Hey guys, welcome to Season 9 review for Liverpool, and as you can see, we have won the league once again. This time, it's past two consecutive occasions now. Unfortunately, we didn't get the top scorer, that Pernan Thomason, who you may have saw in the last video. 43 outstanding goal, that is unbelievable. I don't know how he's managed to do that, that's how much of a beast that lad is. I think that's possibly even eclipsed Sergio Aguero's record from a few seasons ago. And West Ham, Swansea and Bristol getting relegated. So let's show you that league. How we did. So we only lost the one game, which I'll show you there. Not quite the 114 goals we amassed last season, but we did once again beat our previous the record of the Premier League course, which was 98 points. It's now 99 points. So if that record is now going to be broken, it will get into triple figures. Can we do that in the future? Maybe. Let's find out. Transfers. Don't think there were too many going on there. Let's see. There were none that really happened in terms of. I don't know because. Well, okay, these are the planned ones. These are the planned ones then. So we all know about Costa and Lukaku. We have this guy called Ali Valencia. He's a German. He's also part Filipino. I love how many sort of dual nationalities there are in this. We've got Trevor Sadler, who's St. Lucian and English. We've got this guy who's Filipino and German. And he looks pretty good. We should know that one. Reports, sorry. He has potential to be a quality player, according to Carragher. He's a right back. Let's try Aga. He has, again, potential to be a quality player. Let's do Segura, who is another youth coach. Again, all real good potential quality. So, he looks quite good as Valencia. And this guy, £30 million for him, Fredinho. He really does look good. And I know you're thinking, Fredinho, what a name. I love his name. I think I got him for just the name. Arguably even better than Goetz. Arguably. He hasn't played yet, but as you can see, he did really well in the Brazilian League for Cruzeiro. And you can see 111 goals in 171 appearances. Not at all bad. Not Thomason or Goetz or anything, but, he does really, really well. I think I've pretty much talked all about these. Gary Cahill, as I say, was a bit old. So let's go over that. So there's no more. They're the only transfer that went through. Goetz with 31 goals, Vieira with 21, Jelly again impressing with 14, Ferretti also impressing with 14. Now he's really becoming good. Eric, there are a lot of players who are wanted. Cortez, Delija, Ericsson, they're all wanted. Brought in a few players. This time, Klitsch, I think, is going soon. Robinson, it does look like he might be going. Yeah, actually, no, he is going. Where is he gone? Hang on, what's it to say? Yeah, joining Bayern Munich. I've sold him for 15 million. He wanted to go. As you can see, he wants a new challenge. When players do this, there's very little you can do about it. They just get a bit bitchy at you and they just say, listen, I'm fed up here. It's nothing against you, it's nothing against the club. They just say, I want a new challenge. I want to move away. I think it's a bit of a crap excuse, to be honest, again. I think it's a bit of a cop-out in terms of Sport Interactive. I think it's a bit of a cop-out on their behalf, but there you go. There you go. So he's gone as 15 million for him. So I'm going to have to get a new left-back. As I say, Costa can play there, so I probably will put him in. But I've got a few other potential good players as well, such as Pierre St. Louis here, who looks quite good. Reporters say he's potentially a fairly good player, leading Premier League left back. What else do we have? I'm going to sell Van der Weel. He'll get released. Otto is another possible one. Parnaby looks like he'll get sold. Cremona I'm probably going to bring through. Johnson might go. Crichton's a good. He's a decent little play. He's only Scottish, not amazing. He's a useful player, and he is literally that. He'll be the backup. He's a backup player, and I think that's all he'll ever be. But he's a decent player. He's scored a few goals, so I can't argue with him. I know you don't look for that in a defender, but he's done okay. Sadler doing really, really well now. He's certainly in a first team. Or he will, at least definitely be in the first team now, as you can see, getting on with it now. He is one of my future stars of the future. As you can see, he's now officially English. He has played for England and scored a goal on his debut. Really good for him. Suarez now, as I say, I'm going to sell him. He's on that much. He's 33. He is starting to dwindle a bit now. As you can see, he's only played a few times, only got 2 goals. I think it was possibly down to his match fitness as well, not being great. But I think he will be moving clubs and I said I can't afford to keep him on that. I know I've got a decent wage budget, but even that there's a limit, to what it is. As you can see here, 15 million. I rejected Chelsea's stupid fucking initial fee. I was like, no, 15 million up front, take it or leave it. So yeah, um, that was that. To show you then with the fixtures. So let's just go through all this. Where are we? Okay, so February. Moving on from where we were, we beat Paris Saint-Germain 2-0 in the first leg. Kajia with 2 goals, believe it or not. Derby won there very nicely. Beat Chelsea 3-0. Don't know how we did this at the bridge. I think they fell apart in the second half. I remember that. They fell apart. And then, once again, a very nice, handy 2-0 victory. Guess who popped up again? Simon Kajia and No Goetz once again popping up there with 2 goals. They really didn't offer very much. They were fairly poor. They were really poor. Paris Saint-Germain. So still going. We've got the league there. No League Cup, as you know. We got, in case you didn't see, we got knocked out by Chelsea in the fourth round. We just scroll up here. As you can see there, Fellaini with the killer goal in the end. But we played Portsmouth again. We're getting some really mad teams in the FA Cup. They did not even offer a shot in the end. We destroyed them. Gorkov with 2 goals. Alaba, Jalija, and Kadlec with the others. 1-1 against Man United, with Fierro and Ayew. John Ayew so good, would recommend him very, very much so. Very good player. Derby 3-2. Very up and down game, this one. Pull back, all sorts. Milan, once again, in the Champions League. Every bloody time. Sven Bender with the away goal in the Bernabeu. Then we had Caratazzolo with the goal for Milan. And then we beat them 4-0. It's this thing again where we take them home and we batter them. How are we doing this? Quartes, Goetz, Fierro and Eriksson with the goals. Their shooting was terrible. They did at least get some shots away. So we're into the semis, still in the FA Cup. We're in the FA Cup final actually because we beat Sunderland 2-1. Van der Weel kind of let himself down. I think this season he just went all the way down. I think this was the season he lost his mojo, if you will. And Albin Fierro with the goals. They scored a goal without any shots on target. Make sense of that. Again, not a particularly difficult FA Cup run. Charlton gave us a bit of a trouble at the start, but overall, once we got over that, we had Charlton, Ebbsfleet, Derby, Portsmouth, and where are they? Sunderland. That's not difficult, Then we had Real Madrid, which it said we lost. Which is I beg your pardon. It's done it. Okay, never mind. That's the one. We lost to Real Madrid, at the Bernabeu. It was 2 goals. Higuain and Joe. I don't know how you say this guy. Joaquim, I think it's Joaquim. I think he's a regen. In fact, was he? He could have been real actually. I've seen this guy's name before. I'm not sure. I think there may be a guy with a very similar name. But this guy's... honestly, I don't know. I think I'm getting myself confused here. But you can see they are really... Gertz got injured, and he's injured for quite a while, actually. Kind of really killed it off. So, that is just too much in the end. And then we couldn't score against them at home. So that was that gone. So, Champions League gone. We do have the league. And we happily won the FA Cup once again. It was another game against Blackburn, and not a great game again. Goetz with 2 goals, and Lukaku also getting a goal. Not a great game again, but it was let's just go back again, last season, FA Cup final, once again against Blackburn. It was another FA Cup final against Blackburn. This time we managed to keep a clean sheet. So, I don't know what it is with this FA Cup. We haven't played particularly difficult teams, have we? Let's be honest here. As I say, if this was real life, well, actually, no. Let me just sort of rephrase this. Of course, that sort of magic of the FA Cup kind of thing, that obviously doesn't really get replicated in this game. There's no human emotion as the FA Cup brings. That's not replicated in this game. Obviously, when you play against teams like Ebbsfleet, of course it does for you. Your heart flutters a bit because it's like, oh, I'm playing a non-league team against Liverpool. It's all like that. So, you get a little bit excited about that, but not particularly difficult. I have to be honest. So we've done a double. We've scored, marvellous. For those who don't know, if you've been watching the videos, I'm recording all these during the Liverpool-Wigan game, which takes place on the 24th of March. And we've just scored, which is very good. I'm going to have to find out who scored there. Sorry about that, I shouldn't really do this, but there you go. And like the interactivity. Luis Suarez, very good. Ooh, racist. Right, 4-1 against Swansea was the final game. Rui Silva with his goal. Wilfred Zaha, very good player. I would recommend him. He's not like top quality player, that'll win you the league, but he's still a decent little player, Wilfred Zaha. Very, very quick, and I would expect to see. Oh, excuse me. Would expect to see him in the Premier League fairly soon. So let's go over the stats then. In the Premier League, I see Thomason just out and away. I mean, this guy's... I mean, it's the top four, pretty much all the same top four. Thomason, Ayew, Fofana, who's a regen, in case you didn't know, and Goats. Now, this guy has caused me all sorts of problems. He is an amazing player. I really have come so close to snapping him up. I mean, he's cheap and he gets so many goals. Bear in mind, this is Southampton. 10 goals... For a struggling team, that's pretty good. But he's got 20 this season, and I think he scored. Let me just go over the fixtures real quick. We lost one goal. We lost one game in the league, and it was the first game of the season. Let me just find the Southampton game really quick. 3-2 here. I think he scored against us. Yeah, he did. He was really, really impressive. He is a really good player. I'm not going to buy him because I've just bought Fredinho, who is better, obviously. But yeah, I mean, these are my strikers now. Let me just show you them. I've got the 4 strikers I've got. I mean, I've got Goetz as well, but Suarez is going. Ignore Suarez. He will get sold, don't worry, people want him. Got Jalalesia, who's a great alternative to have. Fredinho, Fierro, Lukaku, and Goetz and Kadlec. And these are all players that can play on the wing, maybe. Goetz can play on the wing, he can play on left wing, which is really good. I've barely even had to use him there because of his pure amazing goal-scoring ability. And they're all really young. They're all, well, not really young, but really pretty decently young. I mean, Jallesia and Fredinho, 22 and 23. Vieira's 25. Lukaku's 27. Goetz is 25. And Kadlec is 28. So, I can't... I mean, let me just show you the ages real quick. I know a few people like this. I know... I'm going to try and cater to a few people here with this now, since we're getting into the really nitty-gritty sort of part of Football Manager, where there's a massive transition from, you're really seeing a load of players that now in real life are arguably at their peak now. They're managers on this. So, look at the ages here. I mean, the oldest player I've got is Reina, 37. Let's exclude the goalkeeper because it doesn't really hurt to have an old goalkeeper, does it? I mean, that's when they're at the best. Suarez is going. Van der Weel's going. Gorkos, a really good player. He's one that doesn't seem to age. He's really, really good, and I'm going to keep him, mainly because of his Gerrard-esque shooting ability. Di Maria, again, probably got a few more years. I know Johnson I'm probably going to get rid of, but I'm not sure. I think he might be worth as a squad player. Sven Bender, pretty much still at that good age. So to Kajia, centre-back, that's what you want. Quartes, quite ironic really, because he is, of course, a youngster at the moment. Gertz is 28, Matthews is 28, Ericsson's 20. I mean, really good age. They're all really good ages. So, that is, I think this is season 9. So, let's have one last look at that league table. Man United and Arsenal both finishing in the Europa League spots. It's all well Southampton have done there. I think that's a testament to how good what Paul Lambert's actually done there, because it's a really good team he's got. And Tottenham finishing third. Of course, for those who don't know, they were taken over by oil-rich Iranian businessmen, so their reputation soared. And Chelsea there, who are really good at them. I think Michael Laudrup is the manager, although I think they've gone through so many managers. Let me just show you. Oh, Laurent Blanc. Right, look at this. Villas-Boas was sacked on, I think we've gone over this, but Villas-Boas was sacked on Boxing Day. Louis van Gaal got sacked after 2 years. Malovic, who seems to have gone to every club possible, I'll show you him in a minute. Moyes got sacked after 2 years. Deschamps was doing a really good job. And then he left to take the France job. I don't know why he's gone to France, and he swapped with Laurent Blanc, who's now the new manager. So I was like, cool, whatever, He's now been the manager for a few years, and he's won the League Cup with them. So, and there you go, that's who won the League Cup. Let me just show you Mihalovic here. He's the Tottenham manager. I think he may... Oh, no, yeah. Can I just show you this? I think, who will it go over? Which one is it? I'll just use the biography. So, at the start of the game, he is the Fiorentina manager. He then went to Chelsea, Everton, Milan, where he beat me in the fucking Champions League final. Um, and then he went to Man City for a bit. Now he's at Tottenham, and you won't believe who's back at Man City. You'll not. Oh, back. I think I've kind of given it away. Um, sorry, staff rather. Roberto Mancini with Steven Gerrard as assistant manager. Imagine that. That'd be a quality combination. Anyway, I think I've rambled on for too long here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will be back with our season 10 review. Ooh, getting into double figures now. So yeah, thanks for watching, lads, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.